Hi everyone, this is lockdown lesson number 3. I hope you're all doing well. This week's lesson is about breath management and I'm going to give you some exercises to help you develop good breath support. There are many techniques that have been developed over the years. You would have heard of methods such as the still method, a potential method, accent method, speech level singing, Alexander technique. The list goes on and it can get quite confusing. There are many arguments as to which is the best method to use, and I would say to any vocalist or performer who's just starting out on their journey to try and educate yourself and get as proactive as possible. Find out about as many techniques as you can, and you will find that there's a technique that just works better for you and your body type, and I'm going to go into that a little bit later on in one of our exercises. Ultimately, most of these techniques and methods lead down the same path, which is to produce breath support that will give you an adequate airflow, a stable airflow at a consistent rate and at the correct pressure to and from the vocal folds. Before we crack on with the first exercise, I just want to mention that these are designed for contemporary singing styles, not for classical operatic styles, which require a different type of breath management. And also, these exercises are not designed necessarily to help you increase your lung capacity. They are designed instead for you to become more aware of the various muscle groups that are involved in breath support and breath management. Vocal students will sometimes ask me what the difference is between a normal breath and breathing for singing. And I always say that a normal breath is a bit more shallow, it's a bit more high, it's a bit more tight, very clavicle. You're only using and engaging with the top portion of your lungs, whereas breathing for singing is a little bit more deep. You're using the lower lobes of the lungs, engaging with the abdominal area, intercostal muscles, the rib cage, muscles of the back. It's a little bit more kinesthetic. You're connecting your breath to your whole body, and I'm going to show you the next exercise, the very first exercise. I'm going to show you how to connect your breath to the lower portion of your body. How many of you have heard the phrase, you must breathe from your diaphragm, you must sing from your diaphragm? Many times over the years I've heard this, and I'm here to debunk a myth. You cannot control your diaphragm, it remains passive. It's linked to the parasympathetic nervous system, which basically means that your body will breathe automatically without you having to think about it. So where is the diaphragm? How can we find it? It's basically the second largest muscle in the body, so it's pretty big. Easiest way to find it, use your fingers, last rib, either side of the rib cage, follow it round, follow the shape of your rib cage at the bottom until you find the rib cage meeting in the middle where your breastbone is. Underneath the fleshy bit, that's where the diaphragm sits, and it separates the chest cavity containing your lungs and your heart from your lower torso where your abdominal muscles are. Now, when we inhale, the diaphragm moves down. When we exhale, the opposite happens and the diaphragm moves up into a little dome shape. Now, as I said, you cannot control the diaphragm, actively control the diaphragm. But what you can do is manage the diaphragm's movements through controlling other muscle sets, surrounding muscle sets, and that includes the abdominal area. Now, if your abdominals are really tight, if you imagine a kink in a hose pipe, I want you to try sort of tightening up your muscles for me, right? How difficult is that to breathe? It's quite difficult. So what we're trying to do in singing is loosen off that area. Allow the air to pass through into the lower lobes of the lungs so we get better management of the diaphragm. Allow the abdominals to loosen off as much as possible when you breathe in. So this is the first exercise. This exercise you can do either sitting or standing. If you're sitting like me, make sure that you're sitting on the edge of your seat. You're not sort of slumped in the middle position. Also make sure that your legs are uncrossed so that your spine is nice and aligned and straight. And if you're standing, you can do this in front of a mirror, which is often a good way to sort of check for any tension areas, particularly in the shoulders. Stand with your feet hip width apart, spine nice and aligned, chest comfortably high. And when you breathe in for singing or for this particular exercise, just make sure that your shoulders don't creep up towards your lobes. What happens there is your chest breathing, it becomes very shallow, and you want to keep your shoulders down because that air is moving down towards the lower part of your lungs, the lower lobes. So breathing in, we're going to breathe in for a count of 6. then we're going to hold it briefly, and then we're going to exhale for a count of 12. As you're breathing in, remember, you want to keep your abdominal muscles nice and loose. You're looking for, or feeling, particularly this is about muscle memory, I want you to feel for the expansion in your rib cage. Feel that around here. Imagine this whole area is like a big balloon that needs to be filled with air. And I also want you to pay attention to what's happening in the muscles down here, just where your back is, the lower back muscles. So you want to feel them expanding as well. When you exhale, you're not contracting your abdominal muscles, you're not tightening up your abdominal muscles, you're simply using the lower portion of your abs, you're bringing them gently towards the spine to push that air out, okay? And you're not pushing it out like a big blow, you're trying to control the air as you exhale. So, inhale for 6, hold for 4, exhale for 12. I'm going to show you, first of all, what that should look like and what it should feel like as well. Okay, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, as you breathe in and as you exhale, you want the breath to sort of sound nice and consistent. You don't want to hear like a staggered breath, and you don't want, same with exhalation, you don't want to blow it out. It needs to be nice and consistent and slow. It's about maintaining the breath either way. Abdominal muscles nice and loose to allow for that movement in your diaphragm. Okay, so, and do you know, if it helps, I often think about my favourite smell, which is usually a perfume or home baking, which I'm doing a lot of at the moment. So if you've got a cake in front of you, that helps too. Just open up the capillaries of the lungs, open up the throat. Yeah, so it really, really helps if you're doing this in front of the mirror as well. So you can do it in front of the mirror with your cake. Okay, right, let's try it together. After 4, breathe it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, did you watch for those shoulders? They didn't creep up towards your earlobes. Keep your shoulders down, remember. Feel for the expansion around this area, okay? Try it again after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. And remember, this isn't about like taking a big gulp of breath at the beginning. It's about a consistent amount of air as you inhale, a consistent amount of air as you exhale, and how you maintain that breath. So you don't want to push all the breath out at the beginning, only just to sort of run out at the end of the count, okay? Also, you don't want to get to the end of the count and have loads of breath left. Okay, try and use that breath efficiently. Try it one more time. So each exercise we're doing, we're going to do about 3 times. Okay, after 4, breathing in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent, well done. The next exercise is basically an extension of the previous exercise we did, except this time you're going to inhale for a count of 6, 2 sips per beat, like this, for 6, okay? And what that does is activate your diaphragm. If you'll be able to feel the diaphragm move a little bit more, you'll feel it pop on the sips. And if you do not know where your diaphragm is, remember the best way to find your diaphragm, I showed you earlier, is just to follow the last ribs, the lower ribs, until they meet in the middle where the breastbone is, and then underneath is the fleshy bit. And try that exercise. You'll be able to feel it pop up and down. Okay. Then you're going to hold for a count of 4, sustain for 4. Then you're going to exhale for 12, except you're going to pick a note to hum with, preferably a note that's nice and comfortable within your range, not too high, not too low. Nice and gentle. This is not about volume, this is about feeling where that note is placed in your face. So you should feel the vibration in your mask, or particularly around your lips. And as you exhale or sing for 12, humming that note, you're looking for consistency of the vibration, the feeling around your face, and also maintaining that breath so that you're not pushing too much breath out at the beginning, and you're not harbouring the breath, you're not holding it too much either. If there's a consistency in the vibration and the sound, then you're doing it well, okay? So we're not pushing from here, you're activating the lower abdominals and pushing the air out. Try and keep the ribs open for as long as possible as well. Breathing in for 6, 2 sips per beat. Okay, holding for 4, singing or humming for 12. Okay, I'm going to count you in after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and sing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Let's try it again, and remember, keep your shoulders down. You don't want to be chest breathing. Allow the air to pass through down into the lower lobes of the lungs. Loosen off the abdominal area, okay? Activate that whole area at the bottom. After 4, we're going to breathe in for 6, 2 sips per beat, hold for 4, humming. Maybe you want to try a different note as well, but humming for 12, okay? After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good, excellent. Let's move on. Final exercise, an extension of the previous one. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to reduce the count to 2 beats as you inhale. And as you get stronger at doing this, you might want to reduce the count to 1. So it's the same amount of air in 2 beats, and then you're going to sing for 12. Now remember, as you breathe in for those 2 beats, you don't want to sort of breathe in suddenly. Remember what it felt like, and this is why we started off with the count of 6. Remember what it feels like in your muscles to open up all of these area, all this area around here. Loosen off the abdominal areas. Remember to open up and feel for the expansion of the rib cage and the muscles of the back as well. Except we're doing it in a count of 2. And then again, choose a note that's really comfortable in your range, and you want a nice steady tone, consistent breath, consistent exhalation, bringing the lower abdominal muscles in towards the spine, not tightening up, using that power just to push the air out, okay? So let's try that. I'm going to give you a count of 4 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then breathing in for 2. 1, 2. Remember, try not to make it sudden. It shouldn't be stuck up here like this, okay? Feel it activate these muscles around here. And then, a nice steady tone. Any note will do, okay? One that's comfortable. Are you ready? After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. I hope that wasn't too confusing, all these counts. You know, if you've got a metronome at home, that's really helpful as well. You can set it to 92 BPM or something slower, maybe slightly faster, and that would help sort of keep a steady beat. So let's try that one more time. Remember, keep the shoulders down as well, okay? After 4, inhale for 2. Activate those muscles. When you exhale, bring the lower abdominal muscles in towards the spine. Nice comfortable note, nice and consistent vibration as well. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and sing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Try it one more time for me. Are you ready? After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to do it one more time, just one more, okay? 4 times. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, well done. Keep practicing. Stay safe, and I'll see you for lesson 4.